There is big SOD news from the Comeback Kids. We're going to see what the deal is. Let's go.
Remix getting ready to release. Okay, we got a ton of gaming news over the last few days. Season of Discovery, we got some discussions about PvP in the game overall. Mop Remix getting ready to release soon. Updates on the War Within, Cataclysm, and some other gaming news.
Oh, guys, I need to tell you something. I got in big trouble. I got canceled. Yeah, I'm not going to be here for a while probably because I did get canceled probably yesterday, I think. If you didn't see this, I posted, this is another tweet that I posted. This one right here, again. Yeah, so this tweet, I had some people that got very mad at me for typing this tweet, and it is over. It's over now. It is so fucking over. Anyway,
near the end of the video, my name's Sky from the Comeback Kids. We got
Just
gaming
kidding,
news today. Grab a cup of coffee, sit down. We got a lot to discuss. Now, there's something magical about immersing yourself in an RPG where you can truly be whatever you want. If you're anything like me, you're always looking for something epic. V-Rising, one of the biggest games on the planet, is making huge leaps in 2024.
I saw Guzu playing this.
Massive gameplay updates across the board, as well as a Castlevania DLC, which is out now on Steam.
Okay, are people actually playing this game, or is it just streamers getting paid to play this game? Like, if I open up V-Rising, if I open up V-Rising on Twitch, is it just going to be streamers doing ads? No, he's at. Oh, maybe that is an ad. Is that an ad? No, I think they are actually playing the game. Oh, damn. Yeah, I think these people are actually playing the game. Okay.
Steam and V-Rising, you take on the role of a vampire set in an open world survival game format, and the game combines elements of survival, crafting, base building, and both PvE and PvP combat as you navigate the world, hunt for resources, build your own castle, and compete against other players and enemies to pretty much see who the biggest and baddest vampire of them all is out there. I've never typically played survival games, but me and Lance have been talking about playing this one once again with some of our...
Do you guys think that all of the ancient medieval legends are based on real things that they saw? So you have this sort of like evil satanic entity draining people of their blood, dark sunken eyes, I don't know, like pointed facial features, sucking blood out of people, chopping them up. Do you think that medieval people based this stuff off of real things that they saw?
Our community members, and we actually have some giveaways coming up in the next few weeks, so definitely be on the lookout for something like that. In this game, it really feels like you're coming from rags, being like very weak and a measly...
Look at that thing. What the hell is that?
It feels like you're coming from rags, being like very weak and a measly vampire feeding off of rats and stuff, and then pushing all the way up to the top, having your own ginormous castle, building bases, and being like literally Dracula from Castlevania, which is freaking epic. It's so awesome in 2024 to see actual developers that are passionate for a game that's not just for some microtransaction full of bullcrap from a AAA company. Stunlock Studios is all about player experience and really giving the community the best version of the game they can. If you all are interested, click the link in the description below to go to the Steam homepage and try it out today. Grab your swords and sharpen your fangs because it's time to rise to power in V-Rising. Okay, welcome back. Now, when it comes to Season of Discovery, there hasn't been much official news released lately, but the game is at a very crucial state right now. Once again, the new PvP Aura weekend wrapped up, and generally things felt...
Yeah, so pretty much the state that SOD is in is everyone is bored. That's the state. People are fucking bored. No one is playing. Raid participation is in the gutter, and Blizzard is like, I don't know, doubling everyone's XP to try to get them to come back and play.
Very good.
Here's my deal. Like, I don't want to play 10 alts. If Blizzard has the expectation that people are going to be loving SOD so much that they're going to be juggling 5 alts, and that's how they're going to pad player retention, guess what, bitch? I don't want to play 5 alts. I want to play 1, maybe 2 characters. Like Blizzard could times a million the XP. They could give out free level 50 boosts. Okay. Free level 50 boosts, and I still would not play 5 characters. I still would not do it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
But across the board with The only thing needed now is some minor adjustments to certain class abilities, specifically abilities that hit just way too hard, like Lava Burst, Starfire, Chimera Shot, things like that. We're not asking for hard nerfs, just some slight adjustments so that the balance for everybody else can be relatively the same. We were really hoping as players that they would just keep the aura that was in the game this weekend, but sadly, they took it away with the weekly reset, which felt pretty bad. But hopefully, they're releasing some new information about finalizing the PvP aura this weekend coming up so we can keep it permanently moving forward. Speaking of moving forward, it's no shocker that Season of Discovery has been seeing a decline in population due to the fact that, you know, we're dead smack in the middle of the phase, as well as Cataclysm coming out. So we asked you all in the community what directly from Season of Discovery's...
Dude, you know what they should do? Dude. Okay, Blizzard should make Darkmoon Fair permanent, so it's there at all times. But, hear me out, but they put it in a contested PvP zone. So you can get Darkmoon Fair whenever you want. It's always there, but it's not in a Horde zone. It's not in an Alliance zone. It is always contested PvP zone. That would be awesome.
Features can kind of be a part of this problem as well. Like, what are your favorite aspects of SOD, and what are your least favorite aspects of SOD? And I gotta tell you, the answers are kind of alarming here. Now, these are based off of the most common likes and dislikes. Starting off with the most common like that we saw was the new spell additions to the game, as well as the rune system. But something that goes hand in hand with this, with one of the most common dislikes, is the balancing of new runes and abilities, meaning that there are a lot of runes out there that are just simply not good or viable. One thing I can say about Season of Discovery so far is that sadly what a lot of players do is play the best rune combination out there, and that's really it. I think there are a lot of runes for every single class in the game that are just
big surprise,
flat out bad at this point. Ice Lance for mages, Ancestral Guidance for shamans, Inspiration Exemplar for paladin, Shadow Flame for warlock. These are just a very...
I do think that, I mean, like, this is my warlock, druid, shaman point of view. I think that every single class that I've played, at least, is more fun to play in SOD than it is in regular vanilla. So you can say runes like pigeonhole you into a designated sort of like meta playstyle. True. Still, though, I think it's more fun.
Very small like amount of the runes out there that are bad and no one ever really uses. So the number one most beloved feature in Season of Discovery is the runes and the spell additions. But there are a good quarter of the runes out there that are rarely used. That just seems like a missed opportunity. I think the developers really need to look into. The second most liked feature commented was playing alternate characters and trying out the abilities and experiencing the class. Once again, a direct problem though that goes hand in hand with this is the large amount of work it takes to play an alternate character.
Yeah, all of this shit is super annoying to do on 2, 3, 4 alts. You have to get all your runes again. You have to refarm. Who here wants to farm their box rep again, their supply chain rep? Who here wants to farm Emerald Warden's rep again? Woo! No one.
And how all much the profession time it shit. Takes to acquire runes. Everybody that I've asked about playing an alternate character tells me they want to and they love the idea. They just don't want to do the work that comes with it and doing all the same grinds they previously did on their main character. I think it's important to remember that all of these grinds and work in a normal MMO setting in World of Warcraft is never a problem. It's fun doing that. But I think having all of this in a seasonal format that we could all assume might not be coming around or sticking around forever, it's a pretty damn big turnoff for a lot of people. A lot of the early game runes for Phase 1 and 2 either require multiple players or take you on a long quest chain that people...
Dude, you know the best thing they could have done? They should have had... Oh, man, I don't even know how you would do this. I've always wanted it where you can actually become every single class on one character. And yeah, this is how Final Fantasy does it. This is how New World does it. This is how RuneScape does it. I hate alts. I fucking hate alts. I would love to have one character I can do everything on. I can progress down a warrior tree. I can progress down a hunter tree. I can progress down a warlock tree, and I can swap between them whenever I want, depending on how I'm feeling for the day. I love that. God, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
people don't really want to do anymore.
That'd be way
I
better.
think you should leave it as
I
an
hate
option
alts.
just in case you've never done it, but I also think it would be a really good idea if they gave us other ways to acquire these runes faster for our alternate characters. Like maybe we can spend 2 wild offerings to get a random rune for any class of your choice, or maybe make multiple runes drop for a class in every dungeon in the game to incentivize grouping and running dungeon content.
Hi, Bone.
Kind of getting 2 birds with 1 stone there. Players love the idea of, you know, playing alternate characters and trying out the new builds. They just don't love the idea of doing all the work behind it. Another big individual complaint from the player base has by far got to be the lack of raw endgame content. This is something that we've been discussing for a very long time as we've been making content on SOD, and I'm really hoping this is something they look to solve heading into the endgame level brackets. We're not going to dive too deep into this, but not too long ago, players were given surveys on potentially adding heroic dungeon type content, which would be
They will probably do that. At level 60, I think they're going to do that.
immediately a very good addition heading into this end game. You know, low barrier to entry content that wouldn't be plagued by parsing culture or like barrier to entry.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. Huh? Of course it would. If you think you're going to do a heroic Titan rune dungeon with me and you don't have good heroic Titan rune parses, and I'll know, I'm going to check your heroic Titan rune parses. You better fucking check yourself, brother.
Entry challenging, but
check
also
your parses.
rewarding. You know, maybe you can add some new reputation to provide you with pets, mounts, gear, tabards, as well as potentially, you know, rune rewards for your alternate characters if you progress through this reputation grind, you know, to incentivize your alts. And
Listen, okay. This is the deal, okay? In order to do a dungeon with me, okay? No low parses. And low is, I'm gonna say like less than 98, okay? No fat people, obviously. No liberals. Well, yeah, what else? Ah, man. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. No weebs. No, marijuana smokers. What else? Hey, keep it civil in the chat. Keep it civil. No, this is a good start. I think if you do this, you're gonna have a good dungeon run. It's gonna be a great run. Let's go.
an even better idea would to then have all this reputation linked
watchers,
across
true.
all
No
your characters,
commies.
so you don't have to do the grind over and over again. I mean, this is something the players want to see. Raw content, fun to do with a few of your
Dude, oh my god. Oh my god. I can't believe my eyes. Wow. You're not gonna believe what I just saw. I just received information that it fucking changes everything. We are 4 subs away from 2.3k subs. We are literally, look at me. We are 4 subs away from being at 2.3k. Do you understand how monumentous that would be? If you have a Twitch Prime, if you have a tier 1 sub, if you could gift a sub, now is the time to do it. 4 subs away.
friends and guildies that give you some really cool rewards.
bonk you
All the
dead.
dungeons inside,
Let's go.
you know, have loot in there that are
Yes.
kind of just not really worth your
Good
time.
shit.
They're kind of meaningless. This is why players are
3
just
subs away.
spamming wild offerings with a 10-man raid group and skipping to the last boss. There's no reward.
Yeah, chat, yes or no, do wild offerings suck big fat fucking donkey dick? Because I am thinking, yeah. I'm thinking, yeah. I'm gonna say yes. Also, Phelps, dude, thank you,
rewards that,
thank you.
You know, for us as players to go in there. So more raw endgame content would be a very big win. And lastly, just to fire off a couple more, is one of the most commonly loved features is the addition to professions. We can all agree that a very big W there. That they added a bunch of things to professions, epic crafting quest lines and stuff like that. That's all really, really cool. And then another, by far, one of the most least liked features in Season of Discovery, without a doubt, is the incursions. It felt like every other comment under this community tab was crapping on
Need to find something here. Retard Wojak. Retarded Wojak meme generator. Okay. So which one of these do you think best represents whoever the fuck designed Nightmare Incursions? I think actually this is probably this. Just cut the text off. That is good. That's looking good. Yeah. They're bad. They're really bad. They're really bad. They're really bad.
On Incursions and saying how bad it was, and I agree. We've been saying it for weeks.
Not good.
The player base have been saying it for weeks. Nobody likes Incursions. The rewards aren't really worth it. So please, Blizzard, if you're listening to this, do not make Incursions a big feature next phase. I wouldn't even be mad if you took...
No, double them. No, double them. Blizzard, everyone loves them. Double down on them. I want Incursions everywhere. I want more Incursions. Make more Incursions.
Away the experience gain.
We love
so people
Incursions.
Don't have to go spam that over and over. Lastly, for a very, very large portion of people that don't play anymore, surprisingly, the fact that 20-man raids that made a return this phase, people don't like. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of the people who thought 20-man raids were going to...
Chat, are we seriously mad about 20-man raids? Are you kidding me? Is everyone... I don't believe it. No, everyone loves 20-mans. In fact, the only problem that everyone has with 20-mans is that they are not 40-mans. We need 40-mans. Double it. So first they doubled it, and then I want them to double it again. 40-man. Let's go.
...to be really good for the game.
40-man.
You know, really helpful for bringing people together, but it actually did the opposite. It pretty much killed a ton of guilds out there. It almost killed mine. Every 5 seconds under my community tab, people are upset. They're complaining about 20-man raids and how it broke up their guild, how it's too hard to get 20 people together. It's a chore. And the truth of the matter is they're right. I don't really know what the solution to this could be. You guys have any...
Billy Carson and the Emerald Tablets? I've never even fucking heard of those. I don't know. I'll look them up later. Thank you, though.
Solution potentially to this problem? I mean, do they even make 40-man raids at all? Period? I think they might just have to break it down to 10-man raids. I'm not really sure, to be honest, but the truth of the matter is most players hate the 20-man raiding format, so we got to get something like this changed. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's time to be brutally honest here with Season of Discovery, you know, heading into this last phase. I think we're really at this point where we're at a fork in the road. There's very big potential for this version of WoW to make a comeback and be very fun, but there's also a lot of potential where it most likely will just fizzle out and die out over the next maybe month and a half. I think it's very clear what we...
Dude, Phase 3, like, this is not good. Do you guys understand? Okay, this game is on fucking life support. This is Phase 3, and guess what? It's going down. And we have Phase 3 for another 5 weeks? I don't know. Probably. I am scared. Please. I'm gonna cry. I'm scared.
Need from Phase 4, and the player base is making it apparent and vocal what we want. We want more love and balancing for the runes that nobody uses.
What the fuck? God.
Is because they're just bad and useless. It's wasted content. We want to play alternate characters, so we need a faster way to acquire runes so we can try out all the new flavors of classes that Season of Discovery is trying to offer. We need some more endgame content, whether it be PvE or PvP, like maybe new battleground, you know, a zone-wide...
Dude! Oh my god! We are 1 sub away from 2,301 subs. Oh my god. Dude, I'm telling you, if anyone has a Twitch Prime, if anyone has a tier 1 sub, if anyone has a gift... Zarya gifted a sub! Lenny with the Twitch Prime. Wow, we just springboarded right over it. 2302. Okay.
PvP event again, or heroic dungeons, content that doesn't have a large barrier to entry, so we could just enjoy it with friends. And you know, play in a lighthearted seasonal format like SOD
Good shit.
is. We want the developers to throw everything into kitchen sink out there possible so we can test it out in a classic format to help toward Classic Plus later on in the future. Like, what about arenas, guild?
This is copium. I hear this take a lot. Well, you see, Season of Discovery is not the real Classic Plus. This is the beta test, the testing ground, if you will, for the real Classic Plus, which is going to be super duper 10 times better. They're just testing some things out. This is the SOD is the beta test. Dude, I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. I do not buy it.
Banks, new quests, zones, dungeons,
I don't buy it.
1v1s, new features. We all want Classic Plus, but the truth is that that's not really what Season of Discovery is designed to be right now.
It is.
So I vote unload the clip when it comes to new ideas and features towards Season of Discovery and go nuts with trying things out. And I think the community feels the same way. Agrin stated a couple days ago that he's going to be more active heading into...
What's my take then? This is it. 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 Do you understand? Do you understand me?
To next week's reset. So we're hoping we can get some news about next phase, maybe some things coming, some class adjustments, some rune additions, and, you know, finalization of the brand new PvP aura that everyone loves. So when it comes to Season of Discovery, we have to stay a little bit patient here. Trust the developers are listening to us like they always have been throughout SOD's lifetime, and let them do what they do best. It also looks like the Discover's the light experience buff is getting even stronger.
Oh my god, we almost have a hype train. Oh my fucking god. Dude, I haven't seen this thing pop up since yesterday. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now increasing XP gains by 150% from level 0 through 39 and 100% for players level 40 to 49. I think if they continue to keep adding changes like this, it's going to make players want to participate in playing other classes. We just need to make it easier out there for the casual player base to, you know, acquire their runes and do a lot.
Okay, like that we have this presupposition, and I don't know if I agree. Of course, I have my own bias. I don't know if playing another class at 60 is fun enough to warrant like doing all the shit you need to do to play it. So, like I said, like for me, even if there were free level 50 character creations, I don't know if I would make a bunch of alts. Like, I probably still wouldn't play alts because I don't really want to do all the bullshit. I don't want to do it all again. I really like playing my one character. I wish there was more content to do on one character, but I don't want to do a limited amount of content multiple times over on 5 characters or even 2 characters. I just kind of don't want to do that.
A lot of the other things out there, just have fun. The last bit of news for Season of Discovery, I was doing a little bit of digging for anything new coming up for SOD in some data mining, and I found an ability called the Ride Kaiju ability. It's a 40-yard range that's instant cast for hunters that might give you the ability to ride devil swords potentially next phase, which would be pretty freaking epic in my opinion. And then we once again got more hints at frozen orb coming from mages next phase, where we actually have a working tooltip where it's on a 1-minute cooldown and shoots an orb of swirling ice that...
Dude, I need to get... Oh my god, dude, I need to go get my world buffs. Oh my god.
Moves forward for 16
I raid in 90 minutes. I don't have any world buffs.
Huge deal for frost mages coming into the future. And then same goes for fairer spirits for shamans here. This leads me to believe that every class might be getting some very powerful cooldowns heading the next phase, which seems like it would be a lot of fun for, you know, PvP, PvE, lining up cooldowns and stuff like that, you know. So definitely we'll be on the lookout for this for any more additions to share with you all very, very soon. Now, moving on to the other side of World of Warcraft, Mr. Pandaria Remix is going to be releasing in exactly 1 week from today on May 16th. This is pretty much like, you know, your hyper
Spling, you son of a gun.
Accelerated way to enjoy Mr. Pandaria and everything the expansion has to offer. The thing is, though, a lot of the looting...
Stay safe. Why aren't you playing the better version of WoW Cataclysm and doing archaeology like the rest of us? I would rather climb to the top of an Olympic diving board and swan dive into an Olympic-sized swimming pool full of infected fucking syphilis needles than do archaeology. I'd rather. I'm not going to do it.
Gameplay, pretty much all that stuff like that has been completely overhauled. Think of it almost like a Diablo season. That's quick, fun, if you're kind of into that sort of thing. Something that's really cool is that at the end of Mr. Pandaria Remix, you can take your character that you leveled in there transfer them to retail, live World of Warcraft, and then have them prepped and ready for the War Within expansion coming out in just a few months, which is a really interesting way to try to bring characters to try out retail. This is something that I, of course, am going to be trying out because, it's a brand new feature for World of Warcraft. I gotta be trying it out somehow, A lot of the content...
I would rather swim through 10,000 miles of shark-infested water with deer meat duct taped to my testicles than play Mist Pandaria Party Rumble or whatever the fuck that's called.
Creators and players that did test it out recently a few weeks ago seemed to really enjoy it, what they were trying out. So let me know in the comment section below if you guys are going to be testing this out or participating, because I'm really curious to see if there are any of you out there that are, interested in this sort of thing. Additionally, for retail WoW, the brand new Dark Heart 10.2.7 patch just launched a couple days ago, which is pretty much the final chapter of Dragonflight before heading into the War Within. So, of course, there are going to be a ton of catch-up mechanics to get you geared up, prepped up for the next expansion. This comes with some really cool heritage armor for the Troll and Draenei, which, in my opinion, the Troll armor looks way better than the Draenei, so they got to do something about that. They also gave a complete overhaul to the Hunter pet stable, which was very, very long overdue, so now a lot more information about your pets displayed. A lot of really nice quality of life features are added just to make it look...
I would rather cover my dick in honey and then fuck a red ant hive in the African Serengeti until they ate off every bit of my foreskin than what? Then what? I don't know.
Look overall better and feel smooth.
I'm just gonna go do that. I'm gonna do that now.
Trading post options, easier way to acquire loot, and then from a story perspective, Khadgar has us go to Dalaran to help him investigate a mysterious figure called the Harbinger, which we do know as Xal'atath, who possesses a very powerful relic called the Dark Heart. He then asks Illyria Windrunner to join us in order to give her unique perspective on the matter, which I'm sure we're going to get a lot of nice little, story tidbits there as well. All generally some pretty cool stuff, so if you're interested in playing retail WoW right now, personally, I'm going to wait until there's...
I have heard that retail WoW is actually good right now. As you guys know, I'm not a big retail guy, but I see all the retail players are happy about retail. They're happy.
Probably like a month left until, War Within comes out to hop on
Everyone's
retail.
saying,
I don't
it's
really
so good.
a big reason to play it if there's like
you gotta
3 or 4
play
months away for one patch. I myself am just gonna wait for the new expansion to come out, get prepped, and then ease my way into retail World of Warcraft content. Moving on to some other gaming news, though, besides World of Warcraft, Diablo 4 is actually...
Okay, listen, I need to get world buffs. I'm going to upload that video. I'm going to link the video. Dude, great video. Thank you, Comeback Kids. I'm going to link that again.